gentlemen and women, put everything on hold since the unexpected controversy has just exploded. Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion, has publicly declared her separation. But that's just the start. Her relationship with Papoose is coming to an end after a picture of her Fiank went public, exposing shocking cheating that is altering the meaning of treachery. How can a champion in the spotlight strike a balance between love, devotion, and deception? Was Papoose really going with her, or part of something far bigger? On the internet are innumerable questions, amazement, and anger. Who is telling the truth? What role is being played by whom? What dark secrets are still concealed behind closed doors? Don't think that the celebrity drama has peaked. This sensational story is going to blow your mind and throw you into a whirlpool of deceit, grief, and stunning revelations. Stay tuned because Gossip Spill Vibe will expose every bizarre piece of information you never anticipated. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for one of the most amazing, thought-provoking, and downright nasty celebrity disputes to emerge online this year. At the center of this raging storm are Papoose, the loyal rapper who thought he had finally found a home, and Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing ring queen, a fresh start after years of misery. But nothing is ever as simple as it seems in the world of social media, love, and celebrity. What began as whispers, coded messages, and meticulously manicured smiles has developed into a full-fledged story of betrayal, secrets, and shocking disclosures. Let's start by talking about the contestants. Claressa Shields is one of the special athletes. She won 2 gold medals at the Olympics and is a powerful force in women's boxing. She is known for her fierce aggressiveness both inside and outside the ring. But beyond the gloves and the limelight lies a private life steeped in scandal, PR gimmicks, and instead rumors that have abruptly blown into the public domain. But Papoose is used to tenacity and dedication. Being employed by a company for decades, his public persona has been one of undying love, which is most evident in his complicated and long-running relationship with hip-hop icon Remy Ma. When Claressa Shields and Papoose appeared together, the internet closely monitored their appearances in an effort to determine their relationship status. Social media was filled with images of the couple at events, their candid moments, and their seeming genuine love. Fans tentatively hoped that Papoose may finally find a tranquil chapter in his life after years of turmoil. Behind the scenes, however, things weren't adding up. Then the leak broke the illusion. A picture of an odd man holding Claressa Shields on his arm while flaunting a massive engagement ring, the caption, "Another year I bring it in with my fiancé, Red Heart 2020, to be good to us," spread like wildfire on the internet. How is this possible? Was Papoose only a convenient accidental story? Had he been the victim of the cruelest play imaginable? Soon, the murmurs turned into shouts. People with knowledge of the situation claimed that Claressa's relationship with Papoose was a shrewd PR move. According to insiders, Claressa's team noticed the advantages of matching her with a person like Papoose, who is known for his calm, loyal persona, in order to soften her public image and appeal to a larger audience. An undisclosed secret, the real Fiank, and a covert business establishment empire alongside Claressa Shields, and Papoose was depicted as the camera's friendly sidekick. Leaked correspondence from Claressa's close friends and family started to flood private chat groups and gossip blogs. Witnesses reported that the Fiank confronted Claressa in a private setting after his photo went viral, causing tensions to flare and necessitating security intervention. A particularly scathing passage allegedly stated, "Papoose is perfect for phase 1. He's the image builder, the trust token." After Q1, this wasn't just a breakup. This was a masterclass in emotional manipulation disguised as a love story. Meanwhile, Papoose was blindsided, left to digest the public humiliation in silence. The controversy quickly became the focus of headlines, discussions, and memes due to the harsh and quick public reaction. The community was shaken by Joe Budden's cryptic tweet, "You don't treat a real one like that," and 50-cent jokes mirrored the idea that Papoose had been treated like a part in a cruel game. The agony of being used and discarded on the global stage was aptly conveyed by this dramatic and tragic event. Legal rumors emerged, suggesting that Papoose was gagged from publicly expressing his side of the story by non-disclosure agreements and media training classes. Papoose was unable to defend himself against the charges and rumors, so he was forced to remain silent while Claressa controlled the narrative with cunning PR tactics. Friends and insiders report that Papoose has been discreetly gathering information, storing communications, speaking with attorneys, and developing a case in the background while he waits for the right moment to come forward, end the silence, and reclaim his tale. What about the mysterious Fiank? He is reportedly not only Clarissa's lover but also a key player in her expanding business, a man whose the ringside is just one aspect of influence. While Papoose served as the public face of loyalty, the Fiank was the driving force behind Claressa's business ventures and brand agreements. The consequences have been dire. Sponsors connected to Claressa have reportedly stopped or canceled their sponsorships because companies don't want to be connected to the controversy. A significant blow to Claressa's marketability is indicated by internal leaks from corporate partners that discuss concerns about public perception and brand damage. The cultural conversation has evolved in the meanwhile. It's now more than just a celebrity split. It's a case study in image manipulation, emotional blackmail, and the terrible truths that lie beyond the glitzy facades of notoriety. As this drama's first act draws to a close, the questions are more pressing than ever. What will happen to Papoose after he speaks up? Is the harm irreparable, or can Claressa salvage her empire and reputation? In the era of social media, what does this scandal reveal about the nature of truth, love, and loyalty? The truth is only beginning, so stay tuned for Gossip Spill Vibe to reveal every shocking detail. It was more than just a viral moment when Claressa Shields' Fiancé's picture went viral. Overnight, what started as whispers became a full-fledged cultural discussion, and nobody was ready for the unadulterated reality. As the #sidepiece Papoose, #Claressa played him, and #the Fiancé fiasco went viral, fans, celebrities, and influencers all erupted in amazement, incredulity, and indignation. Social media became a battlefield where all theories, suspicions, and rumors were examined as the floodgates opened. After earlier supporting Claressa and Papoose's apparent match, fans were now doubting, with Twitter threads replete with heated debates, Instagram reels analyzing body language and social signs, and TikTok makers creating viral material that re-examined every clip, every post, and every cryptic comment like a detective searching for evidence. It was a digital feeding frenzy. Everyone agreed that Papoose deserved more, but there was a clear difference within the flood of responses, with some defending Clarissa's right to privacy and complexity and others condemning the emotional betrayal and lying. The rapper is renowned for his steadfast devotion, and the celebrity community followed Joe Budden's cryptic tweet, "You don't treat a real one like that," to the chorus. Respect unexpectedly ended up in a drama he never agreed to, portrayed as a cunning outsider. Despite the message's removal, his supporters undoubtedly interpreted it as a harsh indictment of Clarissa's actions. Posting vile memes that portrayed Papoose as the victim, 50 Cent joined the controversy with his typical bluntness, fanning the flames and rallying hip-hop community's support. However, additional incriminating information began to come to light, such as burner phone texts and private messages allegedly from Claressa's close circle that revealed the whole thing was preconceived, stable, likable, and relatable, according to one leaked communication that reads, "Papoose is ideal for the image phase. Phase him out after Q1. Another post suggested, "He's sweet, but he's not the one. Papoose is just a barrier." Meanwhile, there were whispers of media training and legislative restrictions intended to silence Papoose. The contracts reportedly bind the individual at the center of the controversy by forbidding him from speaking about the connection or the problem in public. A spooky picture of a relationship designed for public consumption, where tactics took precedence over feelings, was depicted in the words. With carefully considered statements and carefully chosen posts, the team managed the narrative, leaving Papoose speechless and unheard. Insiders close to Papoose claimed that he spent weeks collecting evidence, interviewing people, capturing screenshots, and contacting legal professionals. In spite of his public silence, he was meticulously preparing for the moment of truth. According to his friends, he is committed to taking back his story and clearing his name, raising the prospect of legal action that would further rock the scandal's foundations. And what about the mysterious Fiank? He is Claressa's business partner and amateur contributor to her expanding boxing and fitness activities, according to sources, proving he is more than simply a boyfriend. The consequences went beyond personal drama to Claressa's career, as Papoose acted as a faithful public partner while the Fiank secretly oversaw Claressa's growing business. A significant sportswear sponsor reportedly shelved plans for a high-profile Women of Strength campaign that would have included Claressa, citing worries over corporate image and public reaction. A notable change in public opinion was indicated by the hashtag cancel or gaining popularity and the discreet withdrawal of influencers who had previously supported her. Fans questioned the genuineness of public relationships and the way devotion might be commodified for branding, which led to a broader discussion about authenticity in celebrity culture. Papoose's social media began to shift after he had been silent for weeks. He shared mysterious black and white images, poignant annotations, and ultimately a stirring live stream in which he directly addressed the hurt and betrayal. His statements were honest and unvarnished. "I waited years for loyalty, and what did I receive in return?" Utilized as a brand as well as a man. That's it. Video snippets of his interviews about respect and love went viral, connecting with viewers everywhere. Fans rallied around the hashtag justice for Papoose, sparking conversations about the real price of celebrity and loyalty. Papoose had transformed from a victim to a warrior who was taking back his narrative. The intensity of the drama is increasing as Part 2 draws to a close. What will Claressa do next with the final showdown approaching, court challenges looming, and public opinion split? What is Papoose going to do? And what does this signify for the culture that has been paying close attention? And at last, the silence was broken. Papoose finally came into the spotlight after weeks of increasing pressure, ready to disclose the complete truth about the shocking breakup with Claressa Shields. The live stream was more than simply a statement. It was an emotional disclosure that rocked the internet and appended all of the meticulously constructed narratives that Claressa's team had crafted. "I was more than just a chapter in her story," Papoose stated in an impassioned voice. His statement struck a chord with millions of people, many of whom had previously viewed Papoose as a symbol of unwavering devotion in a world of phony loyalty and flimsy fame. "I was the man standing there when loyalty meant something to be discarded, like a prop in someone's business plan. That's betrayal on a whole other level." His description was brutally honest, unvarnished, and unadulterated. It detailed the unfulfilled promises, the quiet imposed by legal agreements, and the emotional manipulation. Fans analyzed every word of Papoose's live stream, and reaction videos swamped YouTube and TikTok as the hashtag justice for Papoose, hashtag loyalty, and hashtag real one started trending globally. The audience saw more than just a split. They saw a guy challenge a system that had made his devotion and affection into a commodity. The unexpected surge took the Claressa Shields camp by surprise, so they quickly began a damage control mission. The company's reaction was prompt. Officials reportedly voiced concerns about public perception and brand safety, which prompted a reassessment of Claressa's marketability. Her prior supporters began to discreetly distance themselves from her, removing posts and refraining from public commentary. According to official remarks, the split was a regrettable but private matter that was respectful and reciprocal. Leaked messages from her staff, however, gave a different picture, showing panic, a struggle for control, and desperate appeals to media outlets and sponsors to limit the damage. The true revelation, however, came from a never-before-seen video that was leaked from Claressa's documentary shoot. In it, she was heard whispering to her Fiank, "As long as Papoose keeps playing along, we're golden." Papoose's attorneys sued Claressa Shields and her management, claiming defamation, emotional distress, and breach of contract. According to industry experts, the case may expose contractual betrayals and media manipulation strategies, revealing the entire scope of the media agreements that had kept Papoose silent for months. The story of a genuine romance was torn apart by the uncut and uncensored video footage, which exposed a partnership founded on Papoose began to re-establish himself in the public eye amid the confusion. His admirers rallied around the man who refused to be a victim, applauding his bravery and fortitude when he made infrequent appearances at community gatherings. From personal tragedy, the scandal evolved into a cultural discussion about exploitation, authenticity, and the fuzziness of the boundaries between business and love in celebrity society. Online petitions calling for accountability and transparency gathered momentum as public fury surged, reminding followers of the loyalty that formerly characterized them. Remy Ma's subtle yet incisive social media statements implied that they had restored their relationship. Reactions to Claressa's efforts to put the incident behind her with inspirational sayings, workout videos, and posts about her lavish trip were mixed, with some praising her drive and concentration and others downplaying the damage. The incident remained a contentious issue, making Claressa one of the most polarizing personalities in contemporary celebrity history. One thing became clear as the dust settled: loyalty and authenticity are the most valuable and scarcest resources in a society that is fixated on appearances. Papoose's transformation from quiet suffering to outspoken empowerment struck a chord with people all over the world. What will become of these two next? Will the legal battles change the narrative and uncover new secrets? Is the harm irreparable, or can Claressa Shields restore her destroyed empire? What can the industry and its fans take away from this epic tale of survival, love, and treachery? In a field that regularly discards real people for public appearances, the scandal symbolizes the fight for dignity and respect.